Today, I'm going to tell you how I became a more better and more member of my team. Now, let me begin by saying everyone wants to be that one teammate who everyone goes to for that go-to guy or female, or that person who knows everything, but they don't know how to get there. Now, I myself have always strived to be that valuable member of my team, but you don't really know until you kind of look around. Take a step back and look around and look at the action of others and to see themselves, well, see yourself from their perspectives. But let's dive into the video. Now, that first one is think of the team, and below that, just think of the business long term. What do I mean by that? No, you want to know your why and have a clear vision for where you want or where do you see yourself in the future of the business or where you see the business going. If your leaders don't tell you the why, simply ask them. If I was in a leadership position and my team don't know the why would I yell at them for asking why or where do we see the organization going in the future? That shouldn't be a problem. But if you need to know your why, actual leadership, how can you help benefit that why or what's their vision for the future? Just think about the legacy that you want to leave behind once you leave there. That next one, it was build systems. What do I mean? Now, you can teach behaviors, right? Some people say you can't, but you can. For example, if I were to ask somebody to be friendly, what does that mean? Being friendly is a broad term. It could mean different things to different people. So where you say smile or shake their hand and say their name, that is being friendly. Now, if at work you can build a repeatable process after that, you can make it easier for those next ones who happen to get into the same position right now to actually follow what you did. Now, if you need to, also, I recommend that you recommend things that can further your business, invest in to make it better. For example, if you heard of it called Lean Sigma 6, which is essentially, for lack of a better word, you putting processes in place in order to make the workflow of things more easier and more simpler, lead to increased proficiency and efficiency, pretty much. Next is develop people and relationships. Now, what that means is try to surround yourself with people who has the same talent as you, even different talents, strategic partnerships, or just people who you look up to, who's in a leadership position or someone who's below you, so you can mentor. People who has your same mind frame, because that would makes life a little bit easier at work. Now, if you're in a leadership position, that would mean mentor the ones that are below you and try to actually develop them to take your spot. Many people are afraid of doing that because they feel like if someone knows everything they know, then they'll get kicked out or they're going to get removed from that spot. But that should be the end goal overall, is to develop someone to a point where you don't even need to work. All you essentially have to do is just come in, maybe send a few emails, and then go on. That should be the main job. Develop them to a point where they can take your job. And the last one is stay adaptable and forward-looking. Now, that means embrace change and learn continuously and don't never falter in regards to learning. You gotta think about it like this. Embrace kindness because everyone else, or you can see everyone as your teacher some way, somehow. Some way, somehow you can help that as a learning experience. So try your best to learn every single day, improve, remain flexible so you can pivot where necessary for future opportunities. Now, the next main topic I want to talk about is think of yourself versus think of the team. Now, what goes into thinking of the team? Now, the team prioritizes shared objectives, collaboration, as well as a collective success, meaning you all are doing the same thing and you always succeed together. Also, that builds that trust, foster relationships, and elevates everyone's potential, meaning that everyone can be better, makes you a more reliable team, and you trust each other more. And last, that encourages diverse perspectives and stronger solution to what needs to be done. Because if you have someone who thinks one way, then that would kind of mess up the whole flow of things. Even that you have to have different opinions in order to come to a better solution overall. Now, what does think of self mean? It means focusing on your own personal growth, and your own recognition. Meaning, just screw the team. Forget the team. I don't care about them. I'm just focused on doing what I need to do, and then just so I can go home. The second one is you seek individual awards and achievement, meaning that you kind of work for yourself. Like I said before, you don't really work with the team. And that can also lead to isolated decision making. Now, I'm an introvert myself, but for me, I learned over time that in order to come to a better decision that's accepted by everyone, you have to you have to talk to everyone and see their opinion to see which one you think is best. I'm gonna give you a little cheat code per se, but if you ever have opportunity to be in a leadership position and you have to get opinions of your team, ask your team what they think you should do, and then just go with it. That will help build that trust a little bit more. Now, the next one is build the relationship. What do I mean by that? Now, before I begin, I want to say intention has a smell. What does it mean? If you're that one guy who every time people see you, you always up next to the boss trying to say, boss, what do you need to get done? Boss, here's your coffee in the morning. Boss, here's some candy that my wife made for me. If you're that person, no one's gonna like you, right? So the best way to do this is to build a good relationship with your coworkers first or your peers and then with your boss first, because if you build a good working relationship with your coworkers, meaning that focusing on team, right? So you will help them with their task. Once you're doing yours, help them with theirs, or just reach out and see what they need help with. Once you're doing that, every once in a while, you can help out with the boss or help out with them a lot. Meaning that if the boss assign you also to get a task done fast, get done fast. Now, I get this idea from Alex Hormozy. I'm not sure where he got it from, but he came up with this thing called the 4x and 7x method, for lack of a better word. What that means is if your boss asks you to get something done a month later, get it done a week later. If your boss actually gets something done a week later, get done a day at the end of the day. If something needs to be done at the end of the day, get it done at the end of the hour. That will 4x and 7x your amount of productivity if you choose to do that. Now, I just want to say I created a free Skool community. I moved away from Discord because I want to give this platform Skool a try. I think it's gonna be pretty good in the future. But I create a community for introverts like me and you, or people in general. If you're watching this, you're not introvert, that's okay. You can join too. It's called the cultural growth, where the overall goal is just to grow and get better. Talk about the gym, your gym, how far you got in the gym, how much you lift weights, everything. What you're working on, your projects, crypto help, finance help, stuff like that. Right now I only have 5 members, but my goal is to get to 100 by the end of next year. Hopefully I get there. Hopefully I don't, but that's a goal. And if I reach that goal before December next year, then guess what? It's going to keep going higher and higher and higher. So the grind never stops, the consistency never stops. Now, back to the tips. Doing these may not guarantee you that promotion. Sorry to say. It could be that guy who you see or everyone see as the brown noser, the one no one likes, who sucks up to the boss. It could be them, but guess what? It doesn't matter. That's more time for you to get better. But when you do get a promotion, the sweeter it will feel because you know you deserved it, and the coworkers and your boss know you deserved it. That'd be the benefit of working hard and being diligent and consistent with what you do. But as always, continue to do the right things for the right reasons, and you will be rewarded in the end. But thank you for listening and stay motivated.